Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Bud.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Take the phone off the hook. This is all I wanted to see right now, right in front of me.
So they stare. Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? You'd like to see more jabs. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Another scoring shot there. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Just see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The face is telling the story from that jab. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I love it. They can't slip around on each other and bleed when you step it on. Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. The way you do this is sick. It's not about that one. It's about that. And then you snatch down. Now it's a tougher fight. You've got to be confident. Put shots in there. Hurry up a little. You got to figure it out. Figure it out. Give me the end of the jab and then start gathering your pace.
Here we go for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
The straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Swing and a miss with the hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Switch back on, get focused, get your mind back on the job. Yeah, right, yeah, that's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back. Come on, get back on the floor. You're much better than this one. Get this. Good. Stay focused, bring it back on the floor. Yeah, practice it out and put it back on the
There's the bell for round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
That jab not going to score. And forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. He threw the hook, didn't land. He threw a punch and just got countered. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. A straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
The bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Both men step back for just a moment. Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they will out of steam.
That jab won't score. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well, they're going. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell sometimes.
Let's start the sixth. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Parries that jab away. Looking to land the hook. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nobody home with that hook. punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Unlucky to miss with that jab. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
The bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for skin.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Crawford is dazed. That was the moment.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Watching and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, final 10 seconds here. Unless something major happens, I think we all know who won that one. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped twice in the last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Let him get back. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Good man. That's it. Get back behind the jab. Face it. Just get your rhythm back. That's it. So then you can move up and go to fight. One's much better in this fight. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch up. Get them box them back together and put it back on him on this round. Get out there. Right out. Go out there and finish it. Just keep on there. Worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Just go out there. That's it. Now just stick a few body shots in there. Very little of it so you can't figure it out. Good work. Go out there and win this next round. Good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back on the floor.
And that'll do it for the minute. And we enter the 8th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the ball in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.